This is a lot of scrap metal, and I really should take it to the scrapyard before the scumbags come here and steal it out of my driveway, which does happen sometimes. But there's a route today, and when there's a route, I'm gonna go trash picking. So let's hope that no one steals this metal, and let's hope that I find some more today. I'll see you when I get down there. The reason that I wasn't gonna go trash picking today is that it was supposed to rain all day long. But does this look like rain to you? It's cloudy for sure, but the sun is coming out, so maybe we're gonna see a few sprinkles, but that's certainly not enough to keep me home from trash picking. All right, here's our first pile of the day. Let's see what we got. Christmas wires. These aren't really worth taking. Some kid's homework schedule. A wooden lollipop. A rug. And a box that says $1 each but doesn't have anything in it. Alright, that's the first pile. Let's hope the second pile is a little bit better. Alright, here's pile number 2. This is not bad. We got a Dell computer. It's old, but it's complete-ish. A fan. I'm not going to bother taking that motor. Printer. A bunch more computers. So it looks like we got like 5 computers total. And this sign is pretty cool. Insurance agent, fastest pumper in town, but it's like made of fiberboard. And it's all soaking, so we're not going to take that, but we will take all the computers for scrap and gold recovery and whatnot. Pile number 2. This is pile number 3. An upside down barbecue grill. I might flip that over. And then there's like a crappy old stereo. This Panasonic. And under here, some books. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try and take the lid off of this. This has got a big heavy aluminum lid. I'll let you know how I do. I got the lid off, but just as I suspected, this thing had a ton of these little rocks in it. So I'm gonna have to clean all that up. Really more trouble than it's worth, but it does have grates in it. So we'll clean that up. I neatened things up as well as I could, but this was barely worth the time and trouble because between the grates and the aluminum lid, I mean, what are we talking, like $1.50 in scrap? It's kind of a waste of time, but it's a slow day, so I'm gonna take whatever I can get. Here's pile number 4. And honestly, I'm surprised there are this many piles out today based on the weather forecast. There's a pile of wood. Too bad I don't have a wood stove. And a belt-driven garage door opener. That's a pretty interesting belt. It's like a real long belt. But there's nothing here that we can really use. Some cans of paint and stuff. So, pile number 4, let's try to find pile number 5. And maybe that'll be better. And here we are at pile number 5. I always wish there was something I could do with all this chain link fence. Like this gate. That looks like a pretty expensive gate. But I don't really have a place for it. And here's fence poles. And you know what we got here? Some of these brass light fixtures, and most of the weight in these is from the glass, but I will take them because they're probably each like 50 cents worth of brass. Got some rain-soaked junk, plastic case, and you can tell somebody already opened this because the tabs are popped open. So yeah, I wish there was something I could do with all these fence posts, but there really isn't. That's about it though. Let's see. Is that copper? Interesting. There's a big mirror right here. But it looks like this tube right here is copper. It's wrapped in some kind of sticky junk, but that's a copper tube. All right. And wow, it keeps getting better. Look at this big steel plate. I don't know what that was for, but I would say pile number 5 is a decent scrap score. So I'll get this stuff loaded up and we'll go to pile number 6. I would have sworn that I had a utility knife in my car that I could use to cut this stuff off. It's like this thick rubbery insulation, but I can't find my knife. So I'm gonna have to peel it off by hand, I guess. Turns out I had my little pocket knife in my pocket, so I guess I can use that to cut this insulation off. We'll see how it goes. All right, that's enough of that. This stuff is sticking to my foot like toilet paper. Yes, I'm gonna throw it in the garbage. I'm not gonna leave it in the street. And I guess while we're at it, we can undo this hose clamp and take off this PVC, maybe. Now this piece of PVC doesn't want to come off. It's just rotating, it won't come off. I had to do a bunch more cutting, but finally I got it off. And now after a little work on our tubing bender, i.e. the bike rack, we have a nice big heavy piece of copper pipe. And I will take the glass out at home. I could have left those here, but that's even more of a pain, and I'm in a bit of a hurry today. I gotta meet someone at 6. Here we are at pile number 6, which has a baby seat and a shelf and a thing and 2 little kids' chairs. And oh, look at that. It's like a little kitchen where you could play, you know, like pretend that you're making hamburgers and stuff and washing dishes. That looks fun, but it's not for me. Here we are at pile number 7, and is this gonna be lucky number 7? We got garbage bags, and we'll give them a tap. Yeah, I've tapped enough garbage bags to know that those are not good. A hose, a broken shovel, some old comforters that are stuffed in the bags of the new comforters. Look how much this cost, 160 bucks. Wow. But there's nothing here for us, so let's move on to pile number 8 and hope that that's great. It didn't take us too long. Here's pile number 8. Let's see what we found. All right, you know, this is a little bit better. First, you have this really giant sort of dream catcher thing. And I'm gonna guess that that thing's probably worth a few bucks, but it's just not really my cup of tea. Then some of these old decanters, which, you know, they don't do much for me. Old, like, kind of wine bottle things. I don't know, should I take that? And this one, that's got like a lid on it. That's pretty nice. But I don't think I'm really that into glassware. Oh, and here's a souvenir bottle of rum. Like, that's actually rum. I'm gonna bring that home and add it to my other souvenir bottle of rum that I tried to drink the other day. And I'll tell you something, I don't like rum. And I don't like knots. So let's see. Can we get this out of here? Yeah, there you go. All right, we're gonna get liquored up tonight thanks to pile number 8. So I changed my mind and decided to go back and take all this glassware. And I've got a raggedy old towel protecting it so that it doesn't bunk into each other. I don't know if I really need this stuff, and it probably won't survive because I'm kind of a klutz. But it's a slow day. You know, the back seat's empty, so we might as well fill it with something. Now let's go and see if we can find something fine in pile number 9. And I promise that's the last corny rhyme in this video. All right, here we are. This is pile number 9. It looks like a big pile. So first you've got the, what is this, the Winia? Let's see, it says room 1, room 2, super deluxe. All right, is this a freezer or something? It's a deodorizer. Oh my god, that stinks so bad. It's so disgusting. It's like concentrated garlic breath. Oh, what is this thing? Deodorizer? Like, it sucked up every odor in their house and put it... Alright, so here's some paint cans that look like they got rat poop on them. It's weird, this is a rich neighborhood. If you could see, like, the house is down there behind the trees, but if you could see the size of the house, it's huge. Some hose, some boards, like an edger. Yeah, this is a really crappy pile, but my god, that thing stinks. If you ever see one of these on the curb, don't open it. Wow, what a stench. All right, that's pile number 9. Let's hope pile number 10 doesn't smell so bad. Well, 2 things have happened. 1, it started raining, and 2, all the metal in the trunk has started making a lot of noise. But here we are at pile number 10 anyway. So let's go ahead and see if the change in the weather has affected us. All right, we got a lot of potted plants and this big Nerf gun. And look at this. Somebody was out cutting cords. Here's a barbecue that surprisingly enough, has a big piece of aluminum and a cord in it. So like, why would you cut that and not that? Oh, because you're dumb. Some garbage bags, hula hoops, and some buckets of sand. Those buckets? No. Buckets of something and bags of sand. So that's pile number 10. I'm not super excited about pile number 10, but let's find pile number 11 before the skies open up and we get soaked. All right, here we are at pile number 11, and I like this pile. You got a fridge. Do I dare open this thing? Kind of just average. You got a pallet. Got a big FedEx box with like a blanket in it. But then you got this cool little compressor. And I guess we'll take that just for scrap metal. I mean, it is really heavy. It probably weighs like 50 pounds. And I'm just about to trip and fall because of this long hose. Yeah, there's our little compressor. I think it might be full of water. So I'm gonna cut the hose off of it and we'll take that for scrap. So it looks like the tank is full of water, as you can see right here. So I decided to just take the motor, because the tank is not really short steel, it's really like just tin. So I'm gonna leave the tank and take the motor for scrap. The wind has picked up a little bit, or maybe a lot, so the audio on this clip is gonna suck. But this is pile number 12, and look at all the goodies we got. First of all, someone took apart a sewing machine and left us with the drawers and the iron parts, and those are the valuable parts. And then we've got slide trays. Now this is like some kind of a slide viewer, probably one of those viewers for the stereo opticon type of things. And here's a lot of carousel slide trays. I can tell these are empty just by the sound, and I'm not picking up slide trays anyway because the last batch of them that I had to throw in the garbage. But you know, sewing machine drawers. I got a girl coming to my house at 6:15 tonight who will buy all this crap, except maybe not that thing. So pile 12 is a smashing success. That's another, like, I don't know, 10 bucks worth of stuff. And look what I found in the drawer. Like a bunch of goodies in the drawer. Like a pencil and attachments, a box of, like, sewing machine attachments. What about these other drawers? They're upside down. See, that's like a little bonus. You're always finding bonuses in the garbage. I mean, this stuff isn't worth $1, but it's like, it's fun anyway. Now on this side, I found a bunch of nails and screws, so I'm gonna have to be very, very careful about not dropping those into the grass. But I'm always very careful. Now right across the street is pile number 13, which has a pallet and some decorations and stuff and things. But then it also has these really sturdy cardboard tubes. And if I can fit these in the car, these are great for shipping like pocket knives and things like that, you know, fishing rods. So I'll see if I can shove those in the car. That's like shipping materials. What else do we got here? Wow. Some kind of BMW parts. That's a little bit of dirty aluminum. And I saw this, I got really excited. Like, oh my God, it's a Ferrari steering wheel. But it's really not. It's just like a video game controller. So we're not gonna worry about that. So we'll take what we're gonna take and we'll clean it up a little bit. Pile number 13. And you should always bring a hacksaw out trash picking just in case you have to cut a cardboard tube in half. Yeah, this is really unwieldy, so I'm gonna stop recording and do it off camera. See, they fit great in the back seat now. Here we are at pile number 14, and to be honest, I'm surprised there was even one pile today, so this is great. What is this? Some plastic pallets and what looks like outdoor lighting, like swimming pool lights. These are made of cast aluminum and they have transformers in them, so they're probably worth like 50 cents each in scrap, but that's $1.50 that I didn't have 5 minutes ago, so I'm gonna take those. And that's pile 14. I can't believe there's so many piles out. I mean, the pickup isn't for like a week. Here's pile number 15. And this is what I call a swing set pile. This is a pretty elaborate swing set. It's more like a playground set. It's got a ladder, platforms, you know, it's got ropes. But at this point in its life, it's really just a bunch of weathered old wood. So it's really useless and worthless to us. But I'm sure some kids had a hell of a lot of fun on this thing. That's pile number 15. Let's see if we can find pile number 16, even though we're getting near the end of the route. This is the last street on the route, and there aren't any piles. So I guess 15 was the magic number. We didn't find anything super great today, but I had a lot of fun. And I want to say I do appreciate you guys coming along with me and enjoying some trash picking. So, until next time, thanks for watching.